party.
110. 114.
And he makes this game, when he's in full flow like O'Sullivan, look ridiculously easy.
119.
Yes, I mean, you could argue the biggest match of his life, and yet he's playing as if he's knocking around, having a little practice before
125.
before the match, never mind during it. It's amazing stuff.
Brilliant viewing.
132.
A 132 total clearance. What a way to respond to a 3-century blitz from O'Sullivan. Tepchaya not going away by any stretch, and now leading 8-7. Ronnie O'Sullivan may have hoped that that 3-frame century burst might have just put his opponent on the back foot, but how well has Tepchaya responded? I don't know whether O'Sullivan's feeling some discomfort, but he's grimacing a little as he comes to the table to break off. He'll certainly feel a little discomforted by the stickability of Tepchaya, who's now within 2 frames of his finest hour as a snooker professional.
Oh my goodness, what a shot that is. And look what he's leaving. I mean, I know he hasn't missed it, but he's leaving the world for O'Sullivan if this doesn't go in, but he doesn't seem to care. No thought of missing. Isn't that a wonderful attitude to have? You know, this is as I said a few minutes ago, it's a massive game for him.
8.
But he will not take a backward step.
When you think of the moments in this tournament that could have completely derailed him, losing the first frame of his semi-final to Trump after Trump needed 4 snookers on the yellow, missing that pink for the match against Trump, and then knocking in a wonderful long-range black.
16.
He really is standing up to it.
17. 24. 25. 32. 33.
Interesting what he's going to play here. They've had up the table. It might be a safe option to the left of the blue, but it's not straightforward off this black to get onto anything else. Well, he's played it with left hand running side, I think. Again, not holding back with his shot selection. It's hard to get that side of the table from the angle he had on the black, but he just put a lot of side on.
41.
I hope he doesn't get too bogged down with reds and blacks here, because I don't see any value in even making a 147, never mind trying for one, given that O'Sullivan's made a 153 this week. It might be his best vehicle for scoring, but I just don't want him to take any, undue liberties in the quest for a 147 while the frame is live, because there would be just nothing in that for him. He wouldn't even win the break prize, of course. So I think try and find a way of winning this frame.
56.
I would like to see him do it, of course, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's of any value. Well, he's played on the plant, despite the fact that he's got a loose red up there. Wow, this is a
64.
serious shot he's playing here. Wow, he's playing the middle red, a plant to middle. Oh my word, what a shot he's played there.
55.
He needs another red, and he must ensure that he gets this frame one and doesn't get enticed into anything else. It's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent to watch.
We've had 4 centuries in the last 4 frames. We're on course for a 5th, but how big is it going to be?
73.
In a season that has shattered the maximum break tally for all time. The record set last season of 15. We've had 22 already this. O'Sullivan, of course, owns the highest
8.
ever tally of 17. Well, he could make one now. That's fine. I mean, why would he listen to me? Goodness, he's just
81.
A bit of a one-off, isn't he, this fellow?
And to be producing this with so much on the line for him today, after O'Sullivan had hit him with 3 big punches to retake the lead.
58.
He will be very impressed by what he's seeing, but also concerned.
Of course, the spectators would like to see one, there's no doubt about that.
59.
But more importantly, this frame is over.
What a shot that is! What a shot! That's one of the shots of the season.
96. 97.
This would be impressive at any time, but at the sharp end of the biggest match of his life, all the more so. There's the century.
104. 105. 112.
Oh, he's got an angle.
130.
It's a natural to come up from black to yellow. This is just spellbinding stuff, isn't it? It really is. The opening red was out of this world, and the break has been on a similar wavelength, really. They're just fabulous.
122.
He's made 6 before. Of course, he famously missed the final black a couple of times at the UK Championship, and then again in the qualifiers for the World Championship. The biggest compliment you can pay him is that this snooker is O'Sullivan-esque.
Yeah, I mean, how many players could you say that about in the game? Just a handful. Most of them are ranked higher than Tepchai Nu. And it shows you just what a sort of mystery player he is, really. This has been sensational.
134.
What a week we are having here in Yushan. The highest ever professional break from O'Sullivan. And a 147 from Tepchai in the final, at the sharp end of the final. Congratulated by the Rocket. That was genius from the man from Thailand. Absolutely sensational stuff. And he's now on the cusp of winning his first major ranking title. 9-7 up. This has to be one of the greatest ranking finals we've ever seen now. Ronnie O'Sullivan, remember, made 3 centuries in a row to recover from 6-4 down to lead 7-6, having at one stage led this final 4-0. And now we've seen back-to-back centuries and just now a 147 from Tepchai Nu. So 5 centuries in 6 frames. And a maximum break to go with O'Sullivan's record-breaking 153. What a tournament, what a final. And what has O'Sullivan now got left? Because he must have felt as though he was perhaps breaking the back of this match when he put those 3 tons together to lead again. But that has inspired Neil Tepchai to even greater heights.
Well, that was just unbelievable, wasn't it? What we just seen there. It's hard to imagine anything like it. I think he's going for. Oh my word! What a shot that is! What a shot! I mean, I was only saying that he didn't want him to come unstuck going for reds and blacks in the last frame while the frame was live. I didn't mind him making the 147. It was just incredible. And he just plays by his own rules, doesn't he? But he's got to get a match won here, and that's the only thing. I'd make an argument here that he's almost got to win it here and now. Because if he doesn't, then it might get difficult again. But at the moment, he is in a very special place with his game.
And if he does do it, talk about doing it the hard way. Remember, he beat the world #1 Judd Trump in the semis. And now he's on the cusp of doing the same to a rejuvenated O'Sullivan. How are the nerves? Well, seemingly without them on the evidence of the previous two frames. And I think it's fair to say he's not going to die wondering.
No, but has he covered everything? That's the question.
9.
I mean, really, how can he not be on a ball here? The reds have gone in all directions, but they're all stacked up with each other. Again, typical Tepchai played the brown. He's gone all in. I wouldn't like to play poker with him because he's without fear, it seems. Could have played on a red or two that was loose. He's on the back of a 147.
You've got to say he's extremely unlucky there, isn't he, not to land on something.
He wouldn't. He might still try to pop one here, red to middle, but I mean, it's not nice. He's colliding into other reds. How does he pop the red and get on a colour? Oh my word, that's dropped in now. It's gone all round the pocket. What a shot! What a shot. How could you doubt him? Now he's got everything in front of him here. This is the biggest passage of play of Tepchai Anu's life. Maybe 41 on the day of the World Championships, the first day of the World Championship, 18th of April. He'll be 41. He's not a young player. Well, he plays like a teenage sensation, doesn't he?
18. $25.
He'll never get a better chance to win a major ranking event than this. Yes, he's won the shootout, but this isn't the shootout. It's a huge event here in Yushan. And he's playing against the greatest player of all time. It would get no better for Tepchai Anu to win this match.
32.
Watching Tepchai sometimes isn't good for the heart rate, but how is his right now? He seems cool, but there's pressure on every one of these balls. What it would mean to him to win his first major ranking title, the shootout aside, to beat O'Sullivan, to do it, having beaten Trump, the world #1, and of course in the process to get himself into the Tour Championship as well.
Yes, he just had to stop himself there. He just seems content on playing all the big shots. You know, he wanted to play on that red to right corner to clear the black, as if anyone was even
48.
thinking along those lines at this stage.
49.
And the long red to get in was just sensational. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, I think the heart skipped more than one beat there.
56.
And he's just taking a moment to reflect on very nearly a calamitous miss.
He's got to use that as a positive, I think. He's got to use
57.
that, because that could easily have stayed out. He's got to say, right, okay, that was the moment where things could have unravelled, but they didn't.
He's had a great week, O'Sullivan. He's broken another big record. But is it going to end on a sour note for him? But if it does, it will be because of one of the best performances you'll ever see in a final. When the stakes are as high as they are, Tepchire has delivered. O'Sullivan needs a snooker. He was 4-0 up. It looked like a landslide at that stage in the Rockets' favour. What a turnaround. What a performance.
Well, this is some of the best snooker I've ever seen. I don't think you can play better than this under pressure. I really don't. You know, breaks of 132 at 147 and all of these, and from nothing. It's just incredible. You can't play better than this.
83.
He seeded 41 for this event. 41. How on earth is he that low? He is a very special player, and this has been quite something.
Hadn't even been to a ranking semi-final in 4 years. Hadn't been past the last 16 this season.
91.
But what a wonderful talent he is. He's an absolute credit to the game. Sport is about entertainment.
96.
O'Sullivan knows that better than anyone. And this
96.
guy is born to do that. Unorthodox, unconventional. Including a maximum. After O'Sullivan hit him with 3 tons. Incredible.
109.
It's been an amazing season for feel-good stories. Jack Lisowski winning, which was something. But this is right up there because it's unexpected. For so many years, a sort of a talent that's unfulfilled, but this is special.
124.
What a story. From 4-0 down, Tepchire Anu has stunned the great Ronnie O'Sullivan to become World Open champion. The Rocket congratulates him warmly. It's the greatest day of Tepchire's snooker life. He's beaten the world #1. Now time for a famous win, and what a tonic for the game. Absolutely brilliant. 3 total clearances to finish, including his 7th maximum break. Pressure, what pressure. Tepchire Anu, World Open champion. And for Ronnie O'Sullivan, well, he'll be desperately disappointed, having had the week that he's had, not to walk away with the trophy, but he has been beaten by one of the greatest passages of play in the history